Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming along and joining me today for the morning wellbeing ritual every weekday at 8 a.m. for 20 minutes. Today is a Thursday, so we're going to do some yoga. And I mentioned earlier in the week how I really experienced that feeling of trying to do a yoga practice when my body was in a very agitated fight and flight response situation. And how that really didn't work for me. So I'm going to do today a pillow yoga practice that would work really well if you were in that state. So mainly what it's about is grounding. When we're in that agitated state, we can dissociate, we kind of come out of our body and disappear up into the ether. But what we want is to be grounded and rooted in the floor. So, or in Mother Earth, in fact, it was Earth Day yesterday, wasn't it? So to begin with, we're going to start lying down. Take a couple of pillows and have them either side of your mat. Now, I'm going to stack quite a few pillows because my hips are not that open. So it helps me to have quite a few pillows either side. And then I'm going to come and lie down in between the pillows. So the pillows are parallel to my hips, and I'm going to bring them in as close to me as I can. These cushions are going to support our knees, so you want them to be in line with your knees. And you're going to take the soles of your feet together and let the knees drop out. So the idea with the cushions is that they are supporting you, and your knees aren't flying up in the air, they're completely supported. And then from here, use your hands to guide yourself back to lying down. And you're going to bring your arms up over your head. So your knees are out to the side, the soles of your feet are together, and your arms are up above your head. And you might want to create the framework of bending your elbows and holding onto either elbow as you breathe here. Notice with the arms up above your head, as you breathe in, how much you can feel the tummy rise. And then as you exhale, how much you can feel the tummy draw back towards the spine. And you might be able to notice the parts of your pelvis that are connecting to the floor. And this really beautiful curve of the spine as it rises up away from the floor, coming back down around the shoulder blades. And you can actually start to use your exhale quite deliberately to help you ground. So imagine the exhale is your chance to press down a little harder into the floor. You might notice that you become heavier. And then reach your hands up above your head. Get nice and long through the fingers, through the arms, and then fold the elbows the opposite way. So the aim is that the cushions are helping you to feel completely supported here. You're lying on the ground, so there's very minimal effort for the skeletal muscles to be holding you in place. You can completely flop on the floor. And reach your arms back up overhead. And this time, as you reach, notice how you can lift the lower spine away from the floor, make it feel really nice. And then as you exhale, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Connecting in with the rise and fall of your breath here. And taking your awareness to your pelvis, be aware of Mula Bandha, the lifting of the pelvic floor. And then bring your arms down to the outside of your thighs and let your hands encourage your knees together. You're going to wriggle the cushions away to give you a bit of space either side. Separate your feet apart, drop your knees in together. Give yourself a wriggle, make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. And take a few breaths here with the knees supporting the weight of your legs. So again, the muscles really need to do very little here. And then dropping the knees to one side, turning the gaze in the opposite direction. And inhaling as you come back to center and swapping sides. So this is called windscreen wiper legs, or at least it is in my world. As the legs go from side to side, try to start to really thread movement and breath together. So the inhale is when the knees are up, and the exhale is when they're at the side. And then come back into center. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then place a hand on each knee and do some circles with the knee. So they don't have to be together. They can do their own kind of circles. Or perhaps it feels good for them to circle together. And then we're going to come into a very easy version of a happy baby. So you're going to take your hands on the inside of your knees, hold onto your shins, and tip your feet up so that the soles of the feet are facing the ceiling. And the knees are dropping outside of your arms, outside of your armpits. So this is a morning practice when the body is usually feeling a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more creaky. So the full pose, you catch hold of the feet. But for the morning one, maybe just holding onto the shins is enough for now. And then gently bring both feet down to the floor. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. And then place the foot across onto the opposite thigh, letting the knee gently press away from you as you thread your hands behind the back of your left thigh and rock from side to side. The breath continues to roll through you like an ocean wave. The most nourishing breath. And then release the hands so the feet can come back to the floor. Knees bent. Bring the left knee in towards you, give it a hug. And place the foot across to the opposite thigh, letting the knee drop away from you. And then wrapping your hands around the back of your right thigh as you rock from side to side. And releasing your hands, bringing both feet to the floor. You're going to roll over to your side. Make your way slowly back up to sitting. And let's come onto all fours. You're going to have your pillows handy again because we're going to use them again in a minute. I'm just going to put mine there. Okay, so cat and cow. Hands are beneath shoulders, knees are beneath hips. Elbows are soft and fingers are wide apart. And this is a very fluid movement. As you inhale, the gaze lifts, the heart moves forward between the gate of the arms, and the base of the spine or the center of the spine dips towards the floor. As you exhale, push down through the hands. Let the chin move towards the chest, tuck the tailbone under, and the heart soars up towards the ceiling or towards the sky if you're outside. Inhale as you roll forwards. And exhale as you roll. And you tuck. Dropping the eyelids, so it's more about how this feels than it is about how it looks. And we're always seeking out a way to create spaciousness. You're staying away from anything pinchy. And we're moving towards the openness of space. Okay, coming to center, extend the right leg back behind you. As you exhale, place that foot forward between your hands. Walk your hands a little further forward, let the hips become heavy. As we come into a little lunge, pausing for a while. So if your back knee on the floor is uncomfortable, you have options. I use this little soft rug, but you can use your pillow, or you can always tuck your toe and lift the knee away from the floor. Take the weight into that front foot as you inhale and reach the hands up high, coming up into a classic lunge there. Well done. And then bend the elbows. Pull the elbows apart, draw the hands closer together. Breathe a deeper breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck the toes under of the back foot as you sweep that front foot back, and let's go all the way into a three-legged down dog. Maybe spinning the hips and looking over to the right with the knee bent and the heel tucking in towards the bottom. Inhale as you return to a three-legged down dog. And as you exhale, you're going to sweep the knee back in between your hands. So you're coming into a pigeon pose. So pigeon pose is different for everyone, of course. What we're mainly protecting is this front knee. So if this knee feels pinchy, you have options. You can change the position. You can take the weight into your hands. So look, my knee comes up off the floor. All my weight is in my hands. You can take a small pillow and just tuck it beneath the right sitting bone, and that might even you up. If anyone suffers with sciatica, then pigeon is usually a really great medicine for sciatica, but it can also aggravate. So you have to listen to your own body on that. This back foot, you can walk away a little further. So you get a really nice stretch down the inner thigh. And then we're going to take these pillows in front of us. In fact, you could even lay it over the top of your legs. Inhale as you sit up, And as you exhale, come to lie on the pillows. Turning your head to the side if that feels more comfortable, or if you're able to, bringing your forehead down. So the aim is to be making space and to be feeling heavy and magnetized down towards the earth. Bring your hands either side of the pillows as you lift the heart up. Take the pillows to the side. You're going to walk your hands forwards again, and this time you're going to thread the left hand beneath the right armpit, turning your left ear to the floor. So you're coming into a twist. And still the breath is rolling through your body, a deep inhale, a real release of an exhale. Inhale as you come back up to center. Take the weight into your hands. Let's come onto all fours again. A little moment to take a cat and cow. Tucking the toes under. Oh no, sorry. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take the left leg back. I forgot the sequence we were doing for a second. And then you're going to bring that foot forward and let the hips become heavy as you come into a lunge. So this front foot can edge its way a little further forward. Certainly you don't want the knee to be further forward than the ankle. So you do want the ankle to be further forward than the knee. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Try to cross the elbows the opposite way to last time. Great place to breathe right here, so really make the most of it. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, step back. And you're going to come back onto all fours, tuck the toes under, press down through the hands, and come into a down dog. Left leg might rise up into a three-legged down dog, and the knee might bend as you turn to face the side. Press down through both hands equally, and try to tuck the heel in as close to your bottom as you can. Inhale, returning to a three-legged down dog. And as you exhale, sweeping the knee forward between the hands and coming across to pigeon on the other side. So perhaps the little pillow might tuck underneath the sitting bone. Your weight might stay in your hands so that nothing is going down onto your knee. This back foot might walk further away. And there's huge variability on where you place this foot. So a really strong pigeon pose, the foot comes right in line with the wrist. The closer it tucks in, the easier and the more gentle it becomes. Okay, option to take pillows, lay them down. Inhale and exhale, laying down across the pillows. Bring your hands either side of the knees as you inhale and come up. Pillows go out of the way. Exhale, walk your hands forwards, and this time the right hand threads beneath the left armpit as you turn the right ear to the floor. Inhale as you return back up. Remove the little pillow if it's perching on, if your hip is perching on that. Bring the feet round in front of you. Slide down the mat. And we're going to finish with a supported reclining pose. So we're going to take the pillows behind, and you want the baseline of your pillow to be about where your bra strap would be. I realize not everyone here wears bras, but you know exactly where I mean. And then you're going to lay yourself down. So your head should feel supported by the pillow, and across your shoulders and across your shoulder blades should feel supported. And as you lay your arms out to the side, you get that unfurling across the front of your chest. And then you have the option to straighten your legs with your toes dropping out to the side, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and have your knees dropping out. And of course, you've got the option of bringing more cushions for the either side of your thighs, if that feels good. Use your exhale here. Just bask for a moment in the openness of your heart space here. And then when you're ready, use your hands to guide your knees together if they're apart. And then use your hands to bring you back up to sitting cross-legged. So I hope that you feel really supported and really calm. And that is a beautiful practice to do before bed or first thing in the morning on those wobblier days. Have a super day, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow for Koya. It's Friday already tomorrow. See you tomorrow for Koya. Namaste.